Hey, welcome to the TPP channel. Today we have another Shivamon video, and this time it will be against the Sakuyamon. Now Sakuyamon has access to very strong tempo plays via its plug-in options. It's definitely an interesting deck when compared to other yellow alternatives out there. However, with it heavily relying on options, how will it do against Shivamon which can lock out options? Now without further ado, let's dive right into the game itself as we do see an easy Izumi being set up here. While on the right side, we do have the Rika Tamer being set up already, and it is a very vital card for Sakuyamon. Now firstly, because the options, the plug-in options specifically, will only be played if you do have a Tamer because it does ignore color requirements, so the Rika will settle that. And secondly, which is the most important part, when you do swing with a Renamon or a Sakuyamon line, you can actually use the options while attacking. Now this will play very nicely into the options, allowing you to have a very strong tempo play which I mentioned earlier in the video. Now Pidamon will be pushed out and evolving to the Talmon, which will allow you to play a Rika Tamer for free, but looks like he doesn't have it and he's going to swing at a level 4, but he doesn't use the Rika Tamer at all, so he doesn't have the plug-in options. It's going to evolve manually into the Sakuyamon, which allows him to restand and of course pick up plug-in options from the drop zone, but he doesn't have any right now. And we do see the Rapimon coming down and resting the Sakuyamon and minusing 5 KDP while gaining 2 KDP thanks to the Terramon and drawing 1 thanks to the Gamimon. So this Rapimon is 8 KDP against the Sakuyamon, which is only 6 KDP. And from this we can actually see how strong the Rapimon is, given that it can kill off a Mega level Digimon with just being a level 4. And we do use the Green Memory Boost to pick up the Terramon, adding it to hand for the future turns. He's going to hardcore the Renamon here, which allows him to look at top 4 for the Evo line. And we do see a Talmon, so he's going to add it to hand. The rest will be put to the bottom of the deck. It looks like he does go for the QB evolution, which allows him to actually look at the top 3 and add the plug-in options. Unfortunately, he does miss the draw there on evolution, so that's very unfortunate, and we do have Mimi to guarantee 3 memory for the turn. We're going to hatch to a BBmon here, and then further evolving to the Terramon. I'm going to use the Pistamon download ability to actually evolve on top of the Rapimon, and then using Mimi to actually push out the Terramon into the battle area. We're going to evolve to the Rapimon here to kill off the QBmon for 3 costs, and then using Easy Izumi to gain 1 memory, and so it's still our turn, and we do have Gamimon to actually allow us to draw 1, which is very sick. We're going to use the Rapimon to actually swing at the security here because we do want all our Digimons to be rested to allow our Shivamon to actually use his ability to lock my opponent out of options. So we're going to evolve on top of the Pistamon into the Shivamon here for 4 costs. And we're going to give our opponent 4 memory to work with this turn, but doesn't have any Digitamon to work with, so it's going to be unfortunate. But it's going to evolve to the Kazemon here already, and then going to follow up with a Talmon. Now, a better play would be to actually hatch the Digitama at the start of the turn, because when you do evolve to the Kazemon, you never know when you're actually going to draw a rookie from the top deck. Now we do see the Shivamon doing his work, actually killing off 1 of the security there, pushing it down to 3 security. We're going to hatch to the Gamimon and evolve to the Terramon. I'm actually going to go for the Samdinti option to actually stun the Talmon as well as our own Terramon. I'm going to draw 1 thanks to the Gamimon, and of course Shivamon will actually swing at the Digimon instead of security, because that's how you actually play Shivamon, because you do really want to drag down the game with the Shivamon ability, slowly depleting the security the most safest way. And it's going to hatch to the Pokemon here, which is the Digitama, and then evolving to the Pulsemon. Now if you guys notice, on the Shivamon side, not all the Digimons are suspended, so the right player can actually cast options here. But if you guys know Sakuyamon decks, they do require some sort of Digimons on play already to actually abuse the options in the first place, so the left player definitely feels very safe when he does call those Digimons unsuspended. Now I'm going to evolve to the Terramon in the nurturing area and then using Mimi to push it out. Now we do have 5 Digimons against that 2 security, and we're going to go for the Rapimon to actually rest the Pidamon, actually killing it already, and there will be no blockers stopping us from the Terramon Rampage. As we do draw 1, or rather draw 3 thanks to the Gamimons. I'm going to swing the champion first. We do hit into a Long Nightmon, but it doesn't stop us from progressing further as we still swing the Rapimon, and we're going to end the game with a Shivamon swing. So this will be a 1-0 here. Left player will go first, hatching to a Gamimon, then evolving to a Terramon, and I must say this Terramon is actually pretty decent because of his ESS ability, allowing him to actually gain 2 KDP, mainly for the Rapimon synergy. As you guys can see in the first video already, the Rapimon did kill the Sakuyamon with much ease. Now we do see a Renamon hardcore here after evolving to the Patamon, and we're going to look at top 4, and we don't see any of the Evo line, so that's very unfortunate for the player as he does miss the search. He's going to evolve to the QBmon though. which allows him to look at top 3 to actually look for the blocking options. So he's just going to draw one first for the evolution. You do see a Sakuyamon there, and it's going to go to the bottom of the deck, which is very unfortunate because you do really want to see a Sakuyamon in your hand. But we do however see the blocking adding it to hand, which was missing in the first game. Now, the problem with Sakuyamon deck, in my opinion, is just that it really relies on the Rika Tamer so much. It does require the Tamer, it does require you to have a specific piece in your hand, and it of course require the options. So there's a lot of pieces that you need, and I would say it's quite similar to Jesmon, but it lacks the explosiveness that the Savior Heartmon provides. So that's where it is totally balanced. Now we do see a Terramon evolving the nursery and then using the champion to actually look at top 3. Gonna pick up the Blossomon, adding it to hand, so there's a very nice search engine that the green player had. We're gonna go for the option here to actually rest our Terramon to rest one of the Cubimon, and it will not be able to unsuspend in the suspend phase. We're gonna draw one thanks to the Gummimon. And we're gonna actually evolve into the Pismon here to just pass the turn. So we do memory choke him, and he still is finding the Rika Tamer. So gonna hatch the Pokemon first. He does evolve to the Patamon. Gonna follow up with a Pidomon evolution for just one cost, cycling more into the deck. It looks like he doesn't have it yet, so he's gonna go for the Nightmon evolution on top of the Cubimon and just gonna pass the turn. Now I'm gonna start off the turn with Shivamon here. Terramon will be pushed out, using the Mimi to hatch, of course, one more Digitama thanks to that Pismon on the field, evolving to another Terramon. I'm actually gonna go for an easy Izumi here for just one cost thanks to the Terramon. And then evolving to the Examon, which is a very sick card in my opinion, as it does allow you to rest one Digimon on my side of the field to actually rest one of the opponents. So it's technically like a flower cannon in the Digimon form. Gonna draw 2 thanks to the Gummimons, and of course gain 1 memory thanks to the Easy Izumi. Now with the 2 KTP gained by Terramon, gonna swing and trade with the Nightmon, using the Pismon to clear off the field, and that's where the green really shines because we can follow up with a Shivamon, and then passing 3 memory to him, and he does have only a champion in the nurturing area as he does push it out, and he's going to be locked off options in this turn. He's going to evolve to the Rise Greymon, which is similar to the Taomon because it enables you to play a Tamer for free, but looks like he doesn't have it. Unfortunately, once again, he's going to evolve to the Sakuyamon, and of course unsuspend the Digimon. So he's basically safe away from the Shivamon, but the Shivamon will start taking off security due to his unsuspend effect. Gonna move out of Terramon once again, and then using the Mimi to actually hatch one more Digitama. So much value thanks to the Mimi. I'm gonna evolve to the Examon once again, which allows us to rest our champion and of course rest his Sakuyamon, which allow our Shivamon to actually swing over it. This allows for a very clean kill if you ask me, as the Sakuyamon is deleted. I'm actually gonna hardcore the Namekmon because he doesn't have anything or even any Digitama in the nurturing area, so we do not actually have to lock him out of options, as he does hatch to a Digitama once again and then evolving to the Pulsemon. He really needs that Rika Tamer to actually start doing anything. He's gonna evolve to the Cubimon first in the nurturing area, and then following up with a Nightmon. And this is going to just pass the turn, and the Shivamon will take off the security once again, and we do see the Rika Tamer being deleted there, so that's very unfortunate. And the Shivamon will swing the security, and we do hit into another Rika for him, which is a bit too late if you ask me, because those options could have been casted if the Rika was already on the field. Now we're going to aim for the stun lock here, I assume, as we do use the champion to actually go for the Rapidmon search. And we're going to go for the Blossomon download ability to rest one of our champion there, and then evolving to the Pulsemon once again in the nursery area. I'm going to use the Mimi to actually push it out, and looks like we do have plans to actually rest it, of course, thanks to the Namekmon, a very strong champion because we can rest itself to actually look at top 3. And we do see Rapidmons and Shivamon. I'm going to pick up the Rapidmon actually to hand. Going to evolve the Blossomon into the Shivamon here, so we do have all Digimon suspended, so it's not able to cast any options, and we do have the ESS to actually protect our Shivamons because they do gain 1 KTP for each other suspended Digimon. So each Shivamon is actually 15 KTP, but one Digimon is down, so it becomes 14 KTP. But will it be enough though? It's going to evolve on top of this Nightmon into a Sakuyamon, which allows him to, of course, unsuspend the Digimon and will allow him to pick up an option from the drop zone and it to hand, but he's still not able to cast that option, so that's very unfortunate. He's going to swing the Sakuyamon at the other champion though. This will eliminate 2 Digimons on the field, and it's going to end the turn with the Pulsemon Hardcore. And the Shivamon, both on the field, will be unsuspended here and will of course take out the last 2 security he does have, and this will be game. Now this is the Shivamon decklist if you guys are interested in. And this will be the Sakuya Lord Nightmon decklist. Now thank you guys for watching till the end, and do consider subscribing, dropping a like and a comment if you guys do enjoy the content.